Hello friends, welcome back to Astrology Today and Tarot. My name is Mel Rose. Today is Wednesday, May 3, 2023. The sun is in Taurus, so here we are working to establish material comfort and stability, security in our lives. That is what our outer lives, our work, social, and civic lives tend to gravitate around when the sun is in Taurus. The moon is a waxing gibbous in Libra. Right now we're very focused in our personal lives on the balance in our friendships and close relationships. We want things to feel fair between us and other people, and also just balance and peace in our homes is very important to us. Waxing gibbous is a time when we are working to complete some goals so that when we get to that full moon in just 2 days, we will have something to look back on and celebrate, say, hey, I accomplished this. I accomplished some things, okay? You know, you can give yourself a little pat on the back and celebrate with the full moon. So that's in a couple of days. So whatever it is that you're working to complete right now, this is the time to be tying up some loose ends and coming to a good stopping point so that you can sit back, relax, and celebrate on the full moon. And this week is Beltane, so happy Beltane. The first, which was Monday, was solar Beltane. That's the sun's halfway point between spring equinox and summer solstice. This Friday, the 5th, is lunar Beltane. That's the moon's halfway point between spring equinox and summer solstice. So here we are at the peak of spring. Everything's got all the trees have brought back their leaves. A lot of the flowers have bloomed. All the springtime flowers have bloomed. I'm looking out my window right now at a whole bunch of honeysuckle, which is very invasive and grows everywhere here in Northwest Arkansas. So lots of flowers, lots of allergies this year, right? With the warmer temperatures globally, we just get more flowers, more pollen, and more people sort of suffering. So if you're suffering from allergies, I'm sorry to hear that, but I can also totally relate. So this does mean we have 6 more weeks till the peak of summer, which is summer solstice. This is a time when we traditionally celebrate with fires, feasts, dancing, and we also do ritual and spell work, setting the intention of protecting those material resources that we have that we're working to grow into something of value, right? So here, Sun in Taurus, right? Working to establish that material stability. This is a time when traditionally we would sort of run the cattle through the Beltane fire to protect them. Sort of the fire was considered to purify them and protect them. Blow the smoke from the Beltane fire over the fields. And, we're not all agriculturalists or herders anymore. So whatever it is that you use, especially the material things that you use, whatever the work is that you're doing in the world that helps you establish comfort and stability for yourself in your life, that's what you want to be thinking about protecting at this time. Okay, so I want to get to the card on the side of the page. That is the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is here because it corresponds in astrology with the second 10 days of the sun's transit here in the land of Taurus. Taurus is an earth sign. Pentacles in Tarot are earth element symbolism. And earth element symbolism is, again, about the physical resources you possess and what you're willing to do with them to create that sense of security and comfort and stability in your life. That starts with your body and the work that you're willing to do, but also has to do with your money, your finances, and what you're willing to invest or expend to create that sense of stability in your life, to make sure you have that house over your head, to make sure you have the car you need to drive and the food that you need to eat, right? So here we are at the Six of Pentacles, and, we've come to a point where, somebody's had some success, we see, and having had some success, they have enough money that they feel comfortable, they can dress the way they want, they feel secure, they don't have a lot of stress or worry, especially when it comes to material resources. And so they have a good balance in their bank account. That scale says balance, right? But they also just have a good balance of resources in their lives so that they're not going without anything that they need or desire. And then, when you come to this point, you may realize that it's only fair to share what you have with some other people, maybe people who are less fortunate than you, or, simply just investing in the uplift of people that you would like to see also find the level of security that you have. Okay. And, a little something about this card that I want to say is that you can look at this card and you can see yourself in the position of this person who has done pretty well for themselves, who, has earned their money, has come by, enough resources to support themselves and then their loved ones, to have everything they need. And so much so that they feel that they have enough to share and invest in other people. Or you can look at this card and see yourself in the position of one of these people who are sort of on their knees on the ground, asking for help, asking for that material uplift, the gifts, the compensation, whatever it is that it takes, to find more security in your life. So, with the Five of Pentacles, here it is. We had the Five of Pentacles in the previous decan, and these people were sort of out in the cold, right? Going without things that they needed. And so, if you don't find yourself right now in the position of being the person who has the money to give, you might find yourself in the position right now of being the person in receipt of gifts that help you get what you need. And in either case, it's a really good sign that things are looking up in terms of your material security, in terms of your financial wealth, and in terms of your just ability to support yourself and your loved ones. Okay, so that's the Six of Pentacles, and now I'm going to turn this card over. Oh, we got the Eight of Pentacles. Nice. Now this deck is not my Arthurian. This is my Aquarian Tarot deck. It's one of my favorite decks. And the Eight of Pentacles here, again, Pentacles, Earth element symbolism. Pentacles, right? Earth element symbolism. The Eight of Pentacles, as you see, this person has like maybe a leather vest on. They've got some tools, some nails, some protective gear. So this person is at work on something. And traditionally, the Eight of Pentacles is like an apprenticeship. It's something that you are learning. It's something that you have to sort of repetition works, right? So you have to keep doing the same thing over and over again, creating that little pentacle or creating whatever it is that you're learning to create, doing whatever it is you're learning to do, until you are at a point where you can do it professionally, until you're at a point where you can earn money or earn security by doing this thing. Okay, so you might be sort of under the tutelage of another person. You might be in school learning how to do something. You might be self-teaching yourself, or just sort of, learning from people on the internet at this time. But, whatever it is that you're working on to build security for yourself, you're on the right track. Again, this is a really positive sign that you're learning and you're growing and you're gaining expertise. So where do we see this on the page? Learning and growing and gaining expertise. Well, certainly we see it with three planets and the North Node over here in Taurus, emphasized by the fact that the sun is there, because the sun brings emphasis wherever it is. It brings sunlight. It enlightens, right? It clarifies. It brings the light of day to matters of security, of material comfort, of stability, and our ability to do our work from a place of comfort. So, the North Node has been in Taurus for over a year now. It's going to shift into Aries soon. The North Node here is sort of our cultural trajectory at the time, the thing that we're working on, the thing that we're all sort of moving in the direction of at this time is, again, those Taurus themes of material comfort, stability, security. And we've been working on that for over a year now. We've really been focused. Uranus has been in Taurus, right? Uranus is going to stay in Taurus for a few more years. And that's really annoying, because Uranus and Taurus are not a good fit. Uranus likes to bring about changes. It likes us to try new things. And Taurus is just like, can we just do what works and have the security that we want and have things the same way? I have a number of dear friends who are Taurus people, and they kind of want things to remain the way they left them. They really have an established way that they like to have things, like especially around their home or in their workspaces. They don't want anybody to mess with that. They don't really welcome a lot of change. So Uranus in Taurus has been a little bit of a weird fit, and it has, it has manifested itself over the last few years in terms of like changes to our supply chains, changes in our ability to retrieve the things that make us comfortable and make us feel like we're supported and we have the stuff that we need. We went through a period of time where it was just kind of hard to even get toilet paper, and then over this last couple of years, we went through a time of inflation where things just got really more expensive. So we've been experiencing a lot of changes around how we establish security, a lot of changes around how we get the things that make us feel comfortable. The sun is bringing emphasis to that. The sun is going to make a conjunct with Uranus next week. Mercury is moving off in this direction in retrograde. So Mercury and Taurus in retrograde, we're really, not so much making plans, thoughts, plans, and communications about our security, so much as we are reflecting on the last couple of months' plans, thoughts, plans, and communications, reflecting on it, seeing how it went, going sort of back over things and redoing them if they need to be redone, right? So that's Mercury asking us to slow down, follow through, think about those resources that we want and how we've been going about getting them. Is that working for us, right? We need to pay attention to that as well. So that's the Eight of Pentacles on the page. It just says, whatever changes you're going through, whatever your long-term goals are, whatever's been working for you or not working for you lately, especially when it comes to your outer life, your work, social, and civic life, who you are out in the world, whatever has been going on in terms of your sense of comfort and stability, keep working on it. Okay. Keep trying. Don't stop up. Don't stop trying. Don't give up, right? Never give up. And that doesn't mean don't change your plan. Mercury is in retrograde, so it's a good time to be thinking about changes to the plan. Like if the plan hasn't been working, if our way of going about getting these things done hasn't been creating the sense of comfort and stability that we would like to perceive in our lives, then we want to, go ahead and sort of be thinking about reworking that plan. That doesn't mean change what you're doing right now. That just means think about the plan, reconsider, give some thought to what more you can, what more or what different you can do to establish that sense of stability, comfort, and security in your life. And taken together with the Six of Pentacles, we got the 6 and the 8. This is really just, to me, about feeling secure enough to not give up, right? Feeling secure enough and still working. So there's a point, like if you find yourself in a place where you do have the material comfort and security and stability that you want, okay? When you come to the point where you're the guy standing in the Six of Pentacles who has enough to even share with other people, to invest in other people's uplift, that doesn't mean you get to stop, all right? We don't get to the 6 and just rest on our laurels like, oh, I made all that money, right? Oh, I'm so secure. I have enough to share. So I don't have to do anything else. I don't have to keep working. I don't have to keep trying to improve. I don't have to keep worrying about how I'm going to establish that security for myself. You absolutely do still have more work to do. This is the 6, not the 10. The 10 is the end of the journey. Okay, that's the ultimate expression of that material security. This is just a place, sort of a plateau we get to where we've had some victory, we've had some success, and so we can celebrate that and we can use that to invest in other people, but we still have work to do. Okay, don't get here and think that you don't have more to learn, right? In fact, get here and perhaps maybe look around and say, okay, this is what I've done so far. Maybe I can figure out how to do it better, or maybe I can find something better to do with my time that will help me sustain this level of resource comfort, or help me surpass that level of resource comfort. And if you are one of the people on your knees in this picture, if you're the one accepting gifts, accepting you know, investment from other people because you have not quite made it to that point, that's great. It's great to be aware that people are investing in you, that people, you know, perceive you as being also worthy of having that comfort and security, that people want that for you. It's a very Aquarian vibe for us to want other people to be uplifted as well. And so, you know, understanding that you are worthy of that investment, understanding that you know, that there are resources available to you to make progress, then you realize that there's work you can do in the world, right? There's more to learn, and, you know, having been invested in, you can invest in yourself and in your future by putting your work and your resources into more work that will create more resources for you. Yes. Okay. So let's not rest on our laurels if we're doing well, and let's not sit around in dejected misery if we're not doing well. Either way, we still have more to learn. We still have more to do, and we are capable ourselves of creating that sense of material security for ourselves. And I think that's all I have to say about it today, friends. Thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate your presence here. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, click the notifications bell. It helps me out a lot. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video.